Welcome to Andaaz. Andaaz is an inspirational talk show brought to you from the United States. And every week we have a brand new topic and great new fabulous guests. Here at Andaaz, we touch upon the mind, the body, and the soul. Today we're going to get right into your soul, nourishing your soul, spirituality, how to be a better you. We start right off with our first guest, Anita Moorjani. Her story is just gonna blow you away. She was in the hospital room with cancer that had taken over her entire body. The doctors had pronounced her dead. She was in a coma, and she tells her story about going to the other side, coming back, and how she cured that cancer in those final moments. Let's go check it out.
So Anita, I believe it was February 2nd, 2006, you were in hospital diagnosed with cancer and you went into a coma. So tell me, what was your body conditions like? How did you feel?
Okay, at that point, it was end-stage lymphoma. I had lymphoma which had spread from the base of my skull, all around my neck, my chest, under my arms, all down my body. My lungs were filled with fluid. I had open skin lesions. And at this point, I was in a coma. I was breathing with the aid of an oxygen tank. And so I was in a coma, but unbeknownst to the people around me, I was actually aware of everything that was going on around me.
So just one thing, so the doctors at this point had pronounced you dead?
They had said these were my final hours.
Okay.
So they said I wasn't going to make it through the night even, and to inform family members, and basically they didn't think I was going to come out of the coma.
You're in this state, everyone thinks that this is it, and then you transition over to this other side. What was that like?
That was incredible. I mean, words can't even describe how it felt. I felt as though, like, I was surrounded by what I can only describe as unconditional love. But even that word doesn't do it justice, because it's not like any kind of love I felt here in this physical realm. I was aware of everything that was happening around me. You know, it was like I could see and hear and feel everything that the doctors were doing, that my family was doing. But it was like I could feel what they were feeling. It was like I was connected to them.
And you were in that state for how long?
About a day and a half, because it was so amazing on that side. I didn't want to come back. I mean, who would want to come back to a dying body where I had been suffering, my family was suffering, taking care of me, right. Even though I knew that they were really distressed that I was dying. There was no reason to come back and make everyone suffer more if my body was so sick. But in that moment when I'd made the decision that I wanted to stay in that realm, it seemed almost simultaneously I experienced this incredible clarity, like as though all this knowledge suddenly became available. And I understood, it was like I understood why I had the cancer. I understood why I was here in this life. Like everything just made sense.
So why did you have cancer?
There was two main things. One was because I had spent a life full of fear. The fear had contributed to my cancer. I had always been fearful of everything, like not being good enough. I was a people pleaser. I always felt I had to work hard at being more spiritual, at being liked. What I had lacked was self-love. I didn't love myself enough. When we are able to love ourselves, and nobody tells us this from the time we're children, we're told it's selfish to love ourselves, but that's not true. The more you love yourself, the less fearful you are. I realized that the more I love myself, the more love I have to give other people. And I was always judging myself. I don't judge myself anymore. And the less I judge myself, I find the less I'm judging other people. Now that I knew this truth, if I chose to go back into my body, that my body would heal. And that's when I chose to come back, and then my body healed very, very quickly after that.
What advice or guidelines to, say, the health professionals? Do you feel that, you know, this would work for people going through cancer?
What I want to tell people and medical practitioners and naturopaths is to teach people to look at cancer differently. What is your body trying to communicate to you? And then make your choices from a place of loving your body and loving your life. And so the question to ask yourself is, I love my life, I love my body, what should I do to heal it? Rather than, oh my God, I'm so scared of the cancer, how can I get rid of it? That's the shift I want people to make. And I would like the medical profession also to realize that they need to encourage their patients to make that shift. If you just realize how amazing you are, all you have to do is be yourself. And that's my biggest message.
Thank you so much, Anita, for sharing your story with us. I just loved how you learned to let go of your fear and live a fearless life. Congratulations to you. And next, we get a tip of the week from our favorite innovator, Naveen Jain, about thinking outside of the box. Let's go take a look.
A lot of people tell you to think outside the box. In fact, it is not the box. You need to be just thinking in a different box or just get out of the box altogether. Always be learning. Remember, there is just so much to learn, and the more you learn, the more you realize how little you know. Once you become an expert in your industry, you're mostly useless for your industry because you can only come up with an incremental evolution. All disruptive solutions come from people who are outside your industry.
Andaaz, brought to you by Basic Ayurveda, your source for Ayurvedic juices. Piatek Institute, the art of medicine, the science of weight loss. Worried about your neighbors or who your child is spending time with? Or perhaps who your daughter is dating? Get your free Intellius background check from AndaazTV.com. Andaaz, brought to you by Gehi and Associates, for all your immigration matters. Silk Threads, the name says it all.
Thank you, Naveen. Well, let's talk about, again, healing your mind, your body, and your soul. You have to start with your intake and what you put into your body. And Ayurveda is an ancient tradition stemming way back to the time of our Vedas. It's a 5,000-year-old tradition. The Vedas uncovered the philosophy of life. And Ayurveda is the ancient science of healing which enhances longevity, known as the mother of healing. Well, we've discovered some juices here at Andaaz, Ayurvedic juices that make it real simple and easy to keep up that Ayurvedic health. All you have to do is take a shot a day. And let's go through some of them and understand their benefits and how you can incorporate them into your daily lives. Let's start off with aloe vera. Just that shot of aloe vera, the gel actually coats your stomach so it absorbs more nutrients from your food. So when you eat, those nutrients actually stay within your body and help you live a happier and healthier life. Eliminating those toxins and moisturizing your organs from the inside will actually make your skin glow and stay youthful and radiant. Next, let's talk about Karela. Also known as bitter gourd, Karela is very, very high in fiber, folic acid, vitamin B1, vitamin B2, vitamin C, and magnesium. Now, what does that all mean? It's a fantastic remedy for diabetes. The combination of these vitamins in Karela actually help reduce your blood sugar levels. So if you are prone to diabetes or diabetic, you can take a shot or two a day, but just be careful and consult your physician first. And having too much of this bitter gourd may sometimes have reverse effects. So be sure to limit it to 1 to 2 shots a day and make sure the quality of your Karela is very high. Let's try some of this bitter and let's see how bitter this bitter gourd really is. The great thing about these Ayurvedic juices is that the highest quality ingredients is used in all of them, so you don't have to worry about it. Just take a shot and you'll get your daily dose of Ayurveda. It actually tastes like a Karela. So if you're fond of Karela, it's not so bad. If you find it a little bitter, you might want to take it like your medicine. Added benefits to the Karela juice are it actually treats alcoholism. Isn't that amazing? And can clean your liver of toxins. So if you're trying to recover from alcoholism, take a shot of Karela and clean out your liver. Or maybe if you've had 1 too many drinks that night, this is the perfect cleansing for your body. The only downside is if you're pregnant, you want to stay away from this herb because it acts as a diuretic and a laxative. So in our ancient Indian tradition, many people have the tulsi plant or the basil plant in front of their home to bring in good luck and good vibrations into the household. But did you know there are also many, many healing effects to this plant? Well, let's go through some of them. Like, for example, if you have the cold or a flu and you take a shot of basil or a shot of tulsi every single day, it can actually eliminate your flu-like symptoms and clean them out of your body. So if you're feeling a little sick, you might want to get that boost to your immune system. And here's a fun little tip. If you take a shot or 2 shots of tulsi or basil juice every morning for 6 months, it can actually dissolve kidney stones and eliminate them. Another thing that is great with this is that it can clean up your skin for ringworms and other skin diseases. Let's try this out. Actually tastes kind of minty, not so much like a plant. I could get used to taking that every single day. So let's talk about Trifula. Trifula is the mother of all herbs. It's actually a combination of 3 fruits. So if you're gonna take 1 daily shot, I would do this one. It's a great one for preventing many, many diseases. This is the finest product for digestion, and having a healthy digestive fire is actually known to eliminate toxins from your body, stop that buildup, create luster in your skin, and rejuvenate your entire body. Trifula is actually a mild laxative, which is how all those toxins are eliminated and your digestive tract stays perfectly clear. So take your shot every day for a beautiful life full of energy and vitality. Let's try this one out and see what it tastes like. I think I'm gonna have to do my Trifula shot every day. And in fact, what's great, this is my favorite part, is anti-aging. This is a great one for slowing down the aging process. I actually like it. It's an acquired taste for sure, but it's a little on the bitter side, but I think that I could take this every single day. Another great tip is you can actually mix these up. For example, here's a juice here that's aloe and amla. Amla is highly concentrated with vitamin C and is a great immunity booster. So be sure to go pick up your basic Ayurveda juices and live a happy and healthy life. Well, a part of living a spiritual life is surrounding yourself with positive people that encourage you to be a better person. So remember that. And next we get a tip from our favorite Dr. Jay Piatek about keeping positive people around you and getting rid of those that sabotage you in your goals and your results. Let's go take a look.
Sure, Sarka. Sabotage. There are so many things that get in the way of patients. Stress is a big thing to overcome, and then also self-sabotage. Friends want you to stay like you are, and some of them are thinner so they feel better around you when you're heavier. So you start losing weight and then they get insecure. And so you got to start developing confidence that you're okay, that your life is going to be much better, because that is probably the biggest key to getting to your goal, is staying motivated.
Brought to you by
Jocks, core support shorts, reduce back pain, and get active.
Basic Ayurveda, your source for Ayurvedic juices. Piatek Institute, the art of medicine, the science of weight loss. Worried about your neighbors, or who your child is spending time with, or perhaps who your daughter is dating? Get your free Intellius background check from AndaazTV.com. Andaaz, brought to you by Silk Threads. The name says it all.
Thank you so much, Jay. Well, next, you guys are going to love this. Sundeep Koachar, who is famous for his astrological readings around the world. Some of you may recognize him as a celebrity from TV shows in India. Well, he gets into astrological readings, the science of Vedic astrology, and the key to happiness. Let's go take a look. Hi, Sundeep. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Sarika.
It's so great to have you here again after 2.5 years.
Yeah, thank you. I'm enjoying. Same here.
You're famous all around India. I mean, you've made so many shows and done so many astrological readings for people.
Yeah.
Today, I want to talk about astrology and how it works and really get into how our viewers can live a happier life through this science.
Most of us, we are, either thinking of something which is not there or which is not meant for us. So we need to have that kind of understanding. Because according to me, adjustability, acceptability and flexibility in life is very, very important. Take the help of astrologer, which will help you understand who you are, what you do and what is good and bad.
So when somebody meets you, they give you their date of birth, their time of birth,
place,
and all of that, and then
Yeah.
you open up their chart.
Correct.
And then you also look at their facial features
True.
and their palm, right?
That's
So
right.
how does all of that work?
The horoscope will define your each and every moment. The way you think, the way you react, the way you act, the path you have to follow. So it is all destined. You know, according to me, the destination of life is destined. When you know things in advance, then you can plan it in a better way. And
Right.
face has a reason. You know, face, your eyebrows, your eyes, your nose.
Read my face. What personality traits would you pick up?
You are a very strong person and you have a strong set of eyebrows. No matter how hard you plug it, the density and the fall of hair you cannot change. And
Right.
that reveals that you have intelligence, you have energy. And that is something which goes against you as well. Because somebody will fall in love, they will not have any courage to express. So you need to mellow down a bit because you have a lot of energy around. And I think red, you are wearing red, and according to your horoscope, which I remember, red is your lucky color.
Oh, it is.
So red will be all around, even if you don't like it. It is like that.
So what about auras? I mean, can you tell that too? Somebody's energy and what kind of energy they're exuding. You know, a lot of people read auras,
Yeah.
or is that something that's not real? What are your thoughts on that?
There's no meter to judge a lot of things. Like it's all about faith. It's all about accepting things that's the way they are. But according to me, this aura or no aura, you know, there are some vibes around. You know, even you can feel it. According to me, all women, they have the sixth sense. They can understand just by a look. You know, when you are a person who try to help needy and poor in any way, then you have the positive energies around. Because
Right.
blessings, again, you cannot judge. You know, whether you are 80% blessed or I'm 90% blessed. You know, it is something which you need to feel it.
So you can change things through meditation.
According to me, destiny is fixed, no one can change. But a change is change when you change. So what change you need to do? One is you need to become spiritual. When I say become spiritual, that doesn't mean you go to temples or go to a place of worship and do your
Yeah.
rituals. No, that is being religious.
Religious.
Spiritual is when you feel connected with the higher self in whatever form you are, or
Yeah.
you know, you like the God in. So even if you are walking on the ramp, or I'm sometime, you know, one I got an opportunity. I was on the front row, the fashion show was on,
Yeah.
and that was the time when I saw a lot of light and started meditating.
So then you can contact your astrologer and say, you know, I want to write a contract today, or when is my good time to get married, or when is this, or when is that, and then they will tell you that type of stuff.
For any important thing, or even you are in a dilemma, or maybe getting married to someone unknown, or maybe you fall in love. Love is always blind, but you need to understand, you know, whether the person is good or bad. The astrologer can tell you in 10 seconds, and that's the beauty of it.
Okay, so Sundeep, when somebody comes to you, usually they're coming to you because they have a worry, or they have questions that are negative. If somebody's life is perfect, they're typically not consulting an astrologer.
Yeah.
Or do you have remedies, and do those remedies work? I mean, how does someone pass their negative time in their life?
See, according to me, there are two sides. One is people who have everything in life, but still they have a fear of losing it. The other side is people who have nothing in life. So
Right.
they always want, you
Who's
know,
happier?
the middle category, which have little and they're aspiring for more. So that is the right idea. They are happy-go-lucky people.
Yeah.
And they are the one, they don't need any astrologer. They trust God and they believe in themselves. That's the best thing. Even I'm an astrologer, and this is unprofessional stuff I'm saying.
And they're
But-
comfortable.
But I love them because that's the way one has to live your life.
Yeah.
Go with the flow, think, do your best, leave him the rest.
Yeah. What do you think is the key to happiness? Because I think that's the main underlying thing that people come to you for.
That's the most beautiful thing, Sarika, like you. See, according to me, happiness is something which is all subjective. You know, something which make you happy doesn't mean it's good for you. You should not get whatever you aspire for. You should get whatever is good for you. So people who are happy with their own husband and wives, they are the most happy people on earth.
Yeah.
So this is the way it is. So believe in you, believe in God, and do the right thing, and cherish every moment in life. We are always sulking about the past or worried about future. What about this moment? And that's the reason they called it present, because it's always beautiful.
That's so true. Well, thank you so much, Sundeep. It's been great talking with you today. We got some good insight into astrology and how we should live a happier life.
That is more important. You know, wealth has nothing to do with the happiness. So try to be happy. That is more important. Thank you for having me. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, Sundeep. I agree. The key to life is happiness. And thanks for sharing your insight on that. And did you all know that he has shot over 2,300 episodes on TV? I mean, congratulations to you, and thank you for that key to happiness. This is the season finale of Andaaz, and boy, what a journey we've been on. We've expanded your mind with innovation, taken you through space, talked to celebrities such as Jay Sean and Priyanka Chopra. We went to New York and cooked with Vikas Khanna, and so much more. And before we wrap up, I just want to thank all of our sponsors for the season, because without them, this show would not have been possible. So a special thanks to Jay Piatek from the Piatek Institute, Intellius, so get your background check and be armed with Intellius.com, and Basic Ayurveda. I just love those juices. And Baro at Bindas, those girls just have the best business of renting the perfect outfit for the perfect occasion. Silk Threads, gotta love her designs. And Jocks, for those of you suffering from back pain, get your Jocks. Limbu Math, for all you parents out there that want your kids to excel in math. Let's not forget the MyPref app. I just love that one for finding restaurants and your favorite dishes near you. And Jackster.com. Travel the world, get your text messages, get your emails at a very, very low rate. And a very special thanks to Wendy Piatek for putting together that entire space episode that all of you loved so much. We stand behind all of our sponsors. We do a full check on them to make sure their product or service is up to par and our recommendation. For those of you that missed our episodes, you can get them on YouTube. And don't forget to like us on Facebook for more episodes and behind the scenes. And we will see you all in season 5 with more great guests and fabulous stories. Let's take a look at the highlights of season 4. Welcome to season 4 of Andaaz. Let me tell you a little bit about Andaaz.
I still believe that people should aspire to be brilliant at something. You need to work hard, and this hard work ethic. And I think that that's what's getting lost.
Nothing is a better lesson in life than time. Time understands how to hurt you, how to heal you, everything.
So you can change things through meditation.
According to me, destiny is fixed, no one can change. But a change is change when you change.
If you just realize how amazing you are, all you have to do is be yourself.
I've seen people who come in who might be like kind of introvert, and suddenly they'll wear something glamorous and they become so outgoing, and it changes because it makes you feel you can take over the world.
Brains and the universe have co-evolved.
If you think you can, and if you think you can't, you are right.
The experience of being up in space looking down at our planet really changes their worldview.
I always think if you have a positive intention, your result will be positive.
I think when you kind of have a sense of what your sort of guiding light is and you follow it, just remember you only live once and you better do it quickly.
What is it you need that's going to enable you to quit your job and go for it?
So if there was ever a time to be an entrepreneur, it's now. You have some things that are better, some things that are worse. But on the whole, things will be substantially better.
There's something inside of people that want to achieve something big. And then there's that defining moment that makes them do it.
If there was anything I ever wanted to do in the world, it would be to change pop culture and bring South Asians to the forefront.
What did it feel like when your album or your song first got released?
Well, I was really nervous. I felt like my first movie, Andaaz.
You're not going to buy expired milk, so why are you carrying all these expired experiences with you? They're expired, throw them in the trash.
Tell our viewers a little bit about your program.
How much love and support we have can actually not only prevent, but actually reverse the most common chronic diseases.
We need to drop this quick. That quick is itself causing stress.
They have their whole lives ahead of them, and they're already working on these big problems.
These students will be the future leaders of the world.
This media and this cinema and these kind of things, they give them the bigger horizon of life. People is our subject and world is our location.
Really be damn good at what you do. If this is it, we don't know if this might just be it. This might be as good as it gets. We might have one go at life. If that's it, make the most of it, man.
Andaaz.